Hey guys, welcome back. It's Scorch445, and over the past few weeks I've been working on enemies for my Mars RPG game. So I started setting up the enemy and I got to this white square which I couldn't quite move, so I quickly changed that and now you can see the white square is movable. And then I worked on the art for the enemies. This is an image that I made, a sprite sheet that has all the different running animations for the enemy in the different directions. Then I loaded this image into my game. Next, I started work on the player movement and oh, he's running away from the player. Come back, bro. Alright, so I fixed that and now the enemy comes towards the player. Then I made the enemy track how far away the player is so that the enemy only chases the player if the player gets close enough. Then I changed something and ran into this white square problem again, fixed that, and then started working on collisions so that when the enemy runs into the player loses health. And you can see that with the red text right over the player's head, which is his health. Although it wasn't very accurate at the start because it was going around the whole image, using that to figure out if they collided. So then I made hitboxes in my game so that I could customize the rectangle of where the player and enemy would collide. And so you can see that here I'm getting kind of close. It's more accurate than it was before. While working on a system to add in tons of enemies at a time easily, I ran into this bug where the enemy would display two images but only act as one. But then I said, you know what, let's just try it with a bunch of them anyway, and you can see that here, but they also didn't damage the player either. So I fixed the damage problem, and then the image problem, it turns out it was still using more of the sprite sheet than I wanted, so I had to change to make sure it only showed the first image. And you can see that here working with a bunch of enemies. And then I started work on the animations, but it was at the start very buggy. I mean, like, what is that? The up animation? It's like a rectangle that squishes. And then I fixed that, but then there was still no left or right animation for the enemy when he's running left or right. And then I kind of fixed that, but he wasn't animating. And then finally I got all the animations to work, and you can see that here when I spawn a bunch of them in. And I just like the way these guys look, you know, they're just running around and you can watch them turn. And then if you get a bunch of them, there's this giant horde that assembles. I mean, it's not even a game yet, but I think it's fun just watching them turn and animate. They kind of come to life more. So that's it for this video. Next week, I hope to be adding in some combat into my game. Guys, if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching.